everybody, welcome back to Stitching Big Things with Hallie. I'm Hallie, thanks so much for joining me again today. Today is Tuesday, June 11th, 2024. Tuesday you said, but I record on Fridays. I know, couldn't quite make last Friday, and I wanted to get a quick check-in before I head to StitchCon tomorrow. So we're gonna do a quick check-in and just a little bit of catch-up, and then we'll get right back on schedule. So, if you are new here, welcome. This is a channel about cross stitch. Hopefully you are in the right place. And if you are a returning friend, thank you so much for checking out this kind of in-between video today. So, okay, few things I wanted to touch base. This has been super crazy busy time. I'm sure all of you are super crazy busy. We had a vacation in there, we had house guests, we've had a kid have surgery, and I take off tomorrow for StitchCon. So it's been a busy 2 weeks, and all of that has resulted in a little bit of stitching, so I wanted to touch base with you guys with that. So the other thing that happened is we had the wrap up of a month. We had the end of May, and so I wanted to touch base with you. If you hear things in the background, I'm recording in the afternoon, so everybody's up and moving around, so you might hear sounds. Normally I record in the morning when everybody's kind of quiet and asleep, and today I'm doing it in the afternoon because I got to get it fit in. So if you hear things, don't worry. May numbers. Wanted to touch base. We've had a wrap up of May. For May, I did Mega Maynia plans. So I did all full coverage for May. So it resulted in fairly good numbers. I shouldn't say I did all full coverage. I did one thing, but I'll talk about it in just a second. Total, as you guys know, if you've been with me before, when I share numbers, I don't do it to make you feel good or bad about your stitching. This is simply a reflection of what my month looked like, and I use it to help myself in planning and also to kind of explain what's happening within my months when I look back over the years. So my total for May was 16,471. Sorry, I'm going to be looking down at my notes. I did have one project that was non-full coverage that I did work on. You're gonna see it again. It's Autumn Quaker from Rosewood Manor. You will see it again because I also worked on it in June, got it out of the way. I did 619 on that. So my total for full coverage stitching was 15,852. Pretty darn good, I think, for such a busy month. And if you look back over my last few videos, you'll remember we had a graduation, we've had birthdays, we've had college kid move home, we've had vacation, we've had all the stuff. So busy time for everybody. So I did also figure out that I had one non-full coverage project, which I just told you, Autumn Quaker, and I worked on 8 different full coverage over the month of May, which was great. I also completed my 2 focus projects for the year. I have I'm working on Autumn Quaker, which I will show you in a little bit. I got that done for May, and I also got my stitches in for Cookie Fairy up also for the month of May. So super excited about all of that. So I feel like I'm racing. Like I'm hurrying to get this done. So sorry if I'm breathing, trying to get excited and get this done. Whips, let's talk about those. So at the end of the month, I have 2 full coverages left to show you that I did work on at the end of the month. I also worked on this first one, which is 10,000 Lakes from Carolyn Manning. I did work on that also in June. I took that as one of my travel pieces for our vacation. We went to Destin, Florida. So we drove there, which is about a 10-hour drive. And so I did get a lot of car stitching done, particularly on the way there, not so much on the way back. I drove on the way back. But let's show you where I ended up. So since the last time you saw it, I added in 2,469 stitches, and I'm at 61.78%. So I got quite a bit done. And here is where I am at. What did I do? I basically worked on this entire portion, filled it in, and then moved down here and have been, I found a Q-snap that could get it in completely, and so I'm gonna be color completing from here on out. So, and you can see I still have my needle in there with my brown. So I still have quite a bit to do, but I am loving this. Super, super happy with the way it's turned out. Love these colors, just absolutely great. I am stitching this on a 32 count white that I just happen to have in my stash. I'm stitching it 2/2, full cross, and it's coming out beautifully. 61%. I just started this in December of last year, so I definitely could see, because you know I get going on that, I don't want to stop, so I could definitely see that one being a potential finish, either if not before the beginning of the year, certainly right after the start of the year. I could see that being a finish. Okay, the only other thing that I worked on full coverage wise, I took this with me. I worked on it like 1, maybe 2 nights. I didn't get a whole lot done. I think I got 321 stitches in on it, so I didn't get a whole lot done, but I thought I would show that as well. This is Mini Nights, artwork by L.A. Williams, charted by Haid. I'm stitching this on a 20 count easy grade fabric. I'm doing it 2/1 with all the DMC colors. This is kind of a grayscale project, so I think it has like 17, 19 colors, all in the various dark grays and light grays. So here's what I did. Basically, I started filling in. All of this fill-in is the same number. It's still hanging here because I basically just pulled my needle off and went to another project. That was basically all I did. But I wanted to show it, account for what I had done. Like I said, I just worked on it one night at the house while we were watching TV kind of at the end of the day. So, okay. My next project that I'm going to share with you was at the turn of the month, and that is Autumn Quaker by Rosewood Manor. As I said before, this is one of my focus projects for the year. Basically what I did was I took what I had left, broke it up into 11 pieces so that I could have it done by the end of the year, gave myself a little wiggle room, and wanted to go ahead and get this knocked out so you could see where I am at. Here is where I am currently at, looking great. And the section that I added was this big motif here. These two were already in, so I added all of this, these two, and these two little motifs down here. So super, super happy about that. Absolutely loving this project. It looks great. So, all right. Moving right along. So this is all done for June. We'll see that back in July. After that, I decided what could I work on that was quick. You know, I've done a lot of full coverage, so I was like, what could I finish up? And I decided that I wanted to finish up the mini Christmas trees. There are 8 total. I'm only going to do 7 because I think 2 of them look fairly similar. So fold this so you can see what I did. And here are the 7 trees that I finished, that I've done. So these are cute. I'm gonna just do them individually, probably in ovals for the Christmas tree, but let me show you this one in particular because that is the one that I stitched up. So super happy about that. That was 504 stitches. So I will get those, put those on my list of things that need to be finished. And, you know, if I get to them, that'll be great. We'll have them for the tree for this next year. But that completes that entire project. So I can pull it and stick it away. I stitched these, just so you guys know, I stitched this on color and cotton aged paper on a 32 count. I stitched it 2/2 with all the called for colors, which I think there was 5 colors. So no big deal. I think I told you I added in 504 stitches. Then Sunflower Mandala or Helianthus had been calling to me. This is a Glendon Place project, and so I decided to pull this out. I got quite a few stitches in this. I've been working on this for a while. This one I really love as well. This, I did 2,363 stitches, so got quite a bit. I think I worked 4 or 5 days on it over the weekend too, so that got me some good stitching numbers. I'm stitching on this on all the called for stuff. 28 count Tyco. I am using all the Dinky Dyes silk floss, and I'm stitching it 2/2. So let's take a peek and show you where I'm at. I went ahead and took it off the scroll bars so you could see. So kind of where I was at, I had started in the middle where you could see where that dark green was. And I was like, oh, that's all of the main motif. So then I went up to the top and I worked my way across the 2. And then I thought, okay, I want to work down. So I went back to the middle, scrolled down, and I added in all of the these greens, and then I added in the light greens as well. So super excited about that. All of those holes, all of those little spaces, they're going to be full of beads. So this is going to be very, very blingy when I get them added in. So super excited about that. I'm going to keep working on all of these petals down at the bottom. That's going to be, I think, probably the way I work on finishing this. And then I'll work my way down the sides. And then I will bead. We'll do that at the very end. So super, super, super excited about that. Got a lot of stitches into that. Felt like I really turned a corner. I think this one is definitely probably not on the blocks for a finish by the end of the year, but I think very early next year, I think this is going to be a priority piece, and it will be getting finished. And then I can move Flowers of the Holy Night, which I have, into that priority spot, so I can work on that as well. Then I needed something different yesterday, so I started thinking about what projects I was going to take with me to StitchCon. So, and I kind of worked and figured out what projects I'm going to take. And as a result, I also figured out what I was going to take on the airplane. I have traveled with this a number of times. It's super easy to travel with. So it was, it was a no-brainer. That is variant of interest. This is a Long Dog sampler. And I love this project because I'm doing it monochromatically. It's one thread. You pull it out, stitch the stitches, and move on. So that makes it nice. I am stitching this on a 28 count, picture this plus in the colorway Chime. I'm stitching it 2/2 with PR005 from Silks for You. And here is kind of where I'm at. What did I work on? I think I added in 216. So yesterday was very busy after the surgery and, taking care of him and getting ice and doing all the things. By the end of the night, I sat down and put a few stitches in. I wanted to kind of get my brain moving in the right direction. So tomorrow when I jump on the plane, I can just sit down and stitch away. I basically stitched, this was kind of about to here. So I went ahead and added that border on down. And then I jumped over to the middle and started working in here, bringing this down. And then, if I work again tonight, if I get it down to about here, then I'll shift my nerge down so that I have plenty of room to get some more stitches in. So super excited about that. I am currently at this project at about 23.07%. So, and I love these colors. There's just enough variegation in that blue that it makes it interesting, and it just really pops on that yellow. And today, for whatever reason, the yellow is looking really yellow, particularly right here. That's that color of yellow with this blue floss on it. It is just fabulous. I absolutely love it. So, all right. So that is pretty much it. I am going to let you know that at this point, it looks like we might have a quick turnaround for the next video. If something comes up, it may be 3 more weeks. I may wait, depending on how much stitching I get done, how much I want to talk about StitchCon. I probably think next Thursday or next Friday, I will probably shoot to have another video up, because that would be about the 2-week mark if I was sticking to my normal schedule. The other thing I have coming up is my 4th year anniversary. That's coming up on the 17th of June, which is amazing. It's like 4 years. Have you really been doing this for going on 4 years now? Holy cow. It's been great. So if you've been with me for any of that amount of time, thank you so much for hanging with me, for coming back and taking your time to check in with me and keep up with what I'm stitching. So, okay, well, I am ready. I am set to go. I'm looking forward to seeing all the folks that I've met in previous years, and also meeting a bunch of new people and having a wonderful time connecting with my friends, my table mates from last year, my friend Dee Dee, she's meeting me in Ohio tomorrow, and just all the good things that come in with having a retreat. So thanks so much again for stopping in, checking in. I know this was a quick abbreviated one. I apologize for that. We will have a very long in-depth one next week because I'm sure I want to talk all about StitchCon. And then we'll be back. I think after that, things really start to go back to a more normal schedule, a summer type schedule. So, which is good. We're looking forward to being back on a little calmer waters. So, all right, everybody, take care. Have a great week. And don't forget, keep stitching those big things.